Good morning, Card Mania. It's RJ back with another video. Let's get to it. Today's random Mike Schmidt item of the day. I have here a 1988 Topps box bottom card of Mr. Schmidt. You can see that the layout is the same as a 1988 standard Topps card. Let me show you his standard Topps card. You can see the Phillies text up top and the nameplate down at the bottom right. And the framing are all the same, except the box bottom has a blue image and a blue border, and the image is different. They have the same colorized orange back. This one, though, is numbered 600. This one is numbered letter O. I believe they made, I want to say, 16 different, maybe 20 different box bottoms. And there actually is an OPC version of this. Down here, you would see the OPC logo. The text would be part in English, part in French. But the stock is a little different. Some people who aren't familiar with the hobby don't realize that these differences exist, and they see a card like this and they're confused. But even the thickness of the card stock is a little bit bigger because this was made as a box to store these cards, so that the card stock on the actual cardboard box in which held the wrappers is a little thicker cardboard stock than the cardboard that they use to actually produce the card. So anyway, that was my random Mike Schmidt item of the day, random baseball item of the day. Finishing up the Woolworth highlight series. This is the 1989, excuse me. 1989 Woolworth Set. This one's in pretty bad shape only because this is the one I bought as a kid back in 1989 when Woolworths were still around. Our local Woolworth, I would run and pick up one or two of these sets every year. You can see the price, a whopping $2.27. Look out. And for that, you get these great cards. The card stock on the, or I should say the finish on these cards is a little glossier than standard cards, and certainly use the white cardboard rather than the brown. So these are the individuals who did something of note in baseball, plus the award winners. And then obviously at the end there will be an homage to the World Series. This would have been the 1988 World Series because this is the 1989 set. Randy Johnson. Why is Randy Johnson in this set? Because Randy Johnson, when he joined baseball, when he actually came up as a September call-up back in '88, he became the tallest ever individual to play baseball. So Randy Johnson at 6'10" officially. And he's been surpassed by somebody else. I can't remember the guy's name, but somebody who was 6'11", was pitching for a while in baseball. I can't remember his name at all. So Randy lost his title. But these are the individuals who did something of note. Plus, then it gets into the World Series highlights at the end. You have your, I think this is it there? It doesn't call out all the World Series highlights, even though some of them are World Series highlights here at the end. And it always ends with the World Series MVP. This is, Gibson's dramatic home run and all that. Hershiser was the MVP. Here's an interesting note. The MVP of the World Series is noted as the Babe Ruth Award. That's interesting. So anyway, that is my box set of Woolworths from 1989. That is the end of the little box sets from Woolworths. So today's trivia question, in keeping with my love of that puzzle in the background there, interesting question for you today. Monday's was whether or not a specific card exists up there in the collage. Wednesday's question was the same. Did a specific card exist up there in that collage? This one's a little different. So true or false? There are no duplicate cards in this collage. So in other words, and I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna give you any hints, but I'll tell you, it's possible there is a duplicate in there. It's possible there's more than one duplicate in there. So all you need to do is, if there is a duplicate, you need to find the duplicate. And if you find it, you do not have to tell me, the individual, because it's possible you won't know by looking at the card who the individual is, if it exists, because a lot of times the names up there aren't visible. But what I want you to do is say true or false. There are no duplicate cards up there. All right? That's all I have for that. And the prize for getting that one right, I have 5 cool Cal Ripken cards for you. I think they're cool. This here, out of the standard base set of Fleer from 1990. This one lists Cal as being selected the player of the decade. I'm not sure who named him the player of the decade. Did Fleer? Or was there some kind of news agency that did it? Here's a Fleer 93 Cal card. I love this one. This is actually from Atlantic Gas Station. A little 26 card set, or 25 card set. This is 19 out of 25. But I love that action photo. Cal jumping up, doing the pivot at second. Here's a nice best defensive player subset from 1992, Upper Deck. And I absolutely love the Score cartoonish big head cards that they made. I believe this was 91 Score. Might have been 92. What does that say down there? I think it might say 92. This might be the 92 Score. And then, dropped it all. My other great favorite card is a nice card of Cal as being the most valuable player from 1991. You can see this came out in 92 Score, and he was the most valuable player in 91. I love that card as well. So those 5 cards are for you if you can correctly say true or false. There is no duplicate card in that collage up there. All right, what I want to showcase today, just a simple thing. I'm going to pull it out from over here. I have I'm sure a lot of you have this, the PBS documentary collection of Ken Burns. And it was originally, if you remember, a 9-part series. Specifically, Ken Burns did it because, 9 innings in baseball. And the set came out in discs of 2. I got to pivot down. I'm pointing to things you guys can't see. So it started out as 2 DVDs, 2, and then 1, and that was the end. But then I'm not sure why, but I guess there was a clamoring later in baseball for him to make another extended set. It's like he did this thing came out like in the early 90s, and then you can see here 1992 to 2009 he decided to make another series of biographical documentaries that had additional information about recent baseball. So he extended his thing up to 2009. I don't know if he's going to go ahead and do it again. I mean, I can see him doing that. You want the money, go crazy. It's already 2022. Why not make a documentary from 2010 through 2020? Why not keep doing that forever, going forward? Every 20 years, make another one. Who knows? But I have this great set here, and if you recall, I actually had the Ken Burns. Let me show you. I'm going to grab it real quick. I didn't have it sitting there. But I like the documentary so much, I kind of got everything surrounding it. So not only did I have the DVDs, I got the book. And I'm going to pick you up and take you over here. So there is the Ken Burns book. Nice thick one. I do love that image. I made a VR for Silver Jacobite recently where I showed off the card that has this flag image on it. I just think it's a great image. And the book, I mean, if you go through the book, I'm not going to take too much time to go through this, but it's got a lot of stuff from the documentary. It's a gigantic book. I mean, you can see here, it's huge. It weighs a ton. I got the book. I also got the box set that came out from Upper Deck. This one did have the Jordan. There's 3 bonus cards that exist out there. There's Jordan, I think there's a Ruth, and I can't remember the third one. I have to look it up. But I only have the Jordan. I got to find the other guys. But this is the checklist on who's in a card inside this set. And then I also got, if you recall, I've shown it off a couple times, 2 smaller subsets, 2 smaller insert sets, one from Little Daddy, one from GM. So I'm a big fan of the baseball documentary from Ken Burns, just being such the history buff that I am. And I just wanted to show off all the different stuff that I have surrounding it, okay? Well, that's all I have for you today. Appreciate you taking some time to watch my video. I do my best to try and support everybody else's channel the best I can. Hope you didn't mind the week's worth of trivia question based around that puzzle of mine, but I'm such a fan of that puzzle, and I'm so glad that I went on the eBay and found it and snagged it. I haven't even taken it out of the shrink wrap yet. I will, because I'm going to put the puzzle together at least once. Maybe I'll do a quick video for you and say, hey, look guys, I did the puzzle. Show you my progress. Anyway, don't forget the trivia question. There are, yes or no, there are duplicate cards up there on that collage. Please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, all that jazz. I will do my best to do the same for you guys. Thanks for watching, and take care.